Alright, Gary, I'm going to try to keep this short. I have a simple enough question, I think. But first a little background, a little context. I think what you're basically saying is that we ought to attempt to end suffering for all sentient beings. And those beings include human beings as well as animals, to whatever extent we are able to minimize their suffering. But one of your other premises is that we can only do this by getting rid of desire, getting rid of our bodily corruptions and our personal egotistical wants, which pretty much I agree with that. But where I'm kind of confused is that, the thinking mind, the thinking ego, rationality pretty much is entirely speculative. It goes in circles, and it doesn't need to arrive anywhere or produce any type of action. It takes will to do that. It takes an emotional drive to turn a thought into an action. So what is the drive? What is the desire that leads one to end the suffering of all beings, or to attempt to end the suffering of all beings? I've got something in mind, but I won't say what it is now. I want to hear your answer. And maybe you'll disagree with my whole formulation, but as I see it, the thinking mind, the logical, rational ego, doesn't do anything in the world. It's almost invisible. It's not of this world. It's somehow otherworldly in the sense that it isn't corrupted by the body, like you say so often, and it's able to objectify the world in some way. But that is maybe one of its strengths, but the weakness that results from that distance from the world is that the thinking ego can't act. It can't do anything in the world, and you're certainly calling for some kind of action, and I think any action like that requires some kind of emotional core or basis in desire before it can occur. So what is that desire that leads one to want to end the suffering of all beings? What kind of an emotion is that? So I'll leave it at that. Let me know what you think. Yeah.